After the Giants' lackluster offense renders him invisible, Malik Nabers becomes agitated, saying, "We can't win." On Sunday night, Malik Nabers went from being unstoppable to being unnoticeable. Nabers was hardly there for the majority of Sunday's 22-9 loss to the Chiefs at MetLife Stadium. Despite having 14 receptions for 238 yards and 2 touchdowns during the first 2 weeks of the season when playing with Russell Wilson. Early in the fourth quarter, he made his first reception. On the following play, he was drilled on an incomplete deep pass in the end zone, and he departed the game with what appeared to be an injury. After returning on an extra drive, Nabers concluded Sunday with 2 catches for 13 yards, but he never finished a game with fewer than 4 receptions. Nabers stated, "It's just the way the game went. There is nothing that can be done. We've got to do a better job with that." Head coach Brian Daboll remarked after the team's performance was the lowest of Nabers' tenure. One of the reasons mentioned by both Daboll and Nabers was Kansas City's coverage. Whatever the cause, it was an incredible performance by an offense that had many explosive plays against what is turning out to be a leaky Dallas defense a week ago. It was sort of the way they were playing us, but that's no excuse, as Wan'Dale Robinson put it. Robinson only managed a single 26-yard reception as well. Additionally, the Giants' offensive deficiency left them 0-3 in what is likely to be another dismal season, similar to Nabers' debut campaign. "I'm sad," Nabers remarked. "Going 0-3 would make anyone feel defeated." Nabers responded, "How frustrated do you think?" When asked how frustrated he was to be going through this again. "We're at 0-3. We are unable to win a game. It's annoying. We are unable to prevail." Early on, it was so awful that Wilson only targeted Nabers 3 times in the first 2 quarters, and he ended up going into halftime without a reception. On one of them, Wilson put the Giants in a great position to take the game's first lead when he threw a terrible interception in the end zone. What the second-year wide receiver out of LSU produced in the first 19 games of his NFL career was a far cry from Nabers' lack of output. Nabers finished with 1,204 yards and 7 touchdowns last season despite playing with a motley crew of quarterbacks. Nabers appeared ready for an even better season now that he was teamed with Wilson. And last week, Nabers had a spectacular game against the Cowboys, including a 48-yard touchdown catch that gave the Giants a lead, although a short one, with 25 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, following a lackluster start against Washington in the season opener. While CB Kyer Elam got his hand all over Nabers' face mask, he managed to get behind the Dallas defense and bring in the throw. It obviously should have been an infraction, but Nabers made it unimportant even though no penalty was imposed. Other than when Odell Beckham Jr. was a young player and had a comparable impact, both from LSU. The Giants' offense hasn't seen much of this type of play in its history.